Yeah, buddy. 18 outside, 52 in the war wagon. All right, guys, so here I'll show you something I did here. I didn't show it at the beginning, but this used to have an iron plug in it. That plug busted, rusted out, and I couldn't get the old one out. So we had to pull it apart down at the union, pull this out, put a new T in it, and then put a new plug in it. And then on the other side, we got to put these fountain hydrants on. And this coupling was busted, so I needed to get a coupling there. But now, I think we should be good to go as soon as the temperatures are warm enough to turn the water on. What's going on, guys? Good morning. Greetings from Durango, Colorado. It's Sunday morning, but I'm going out to work today because we got some trees to cut down. Not really cut down, more cut up. And we're gonna work on the water. So yeah, this is like my getting thrown to the wolves on a Sunday, trying to figure out water systems. It ought to be interesting. I'm working with another guy today, so hopefully between him and I we can figure something out. He's been here before. I'm brand new, so he's gotta learn me up a little bit. Went down to about 28 last night, maybe 27. Nowhere near as bad as it was, and I had my new electric heater, and that was awesome. It got so hot, I never had to actually turn it off. I just had to say, this sure as heck is not a bad commute into work. Yeah, this'll do, donkey. This'll do. The sun's at a pretty bad spot, so I can't really show you a good view. I'll show you when we get one. Here's a little bit of our view and our commute. Just awesome drive in here. The roads are in wonderful shape. Hardly any traffic. It is early on a Sunday morning, so that's cool. That's, I'm sure, helping with the traffic issues. But on our way to a place called Vallecito Lake. And I've been to the lake before, but I've never been to any of the campgrounds out here. Pretty much everything I'm doing right now is going to be a learning experience. Oh, look at that. This sure looks like a lakeside community to me. Awesome. Awesome. There's the Lakeside Cafe. The lake on the right-hand side here. And then you got snow caps up in the back. Oh, yeah, buddy. Here we go. Here comes the shot. We munchy. All right, guys, we made it into Vallecito. Here is the welcome station next to where the two campground host sites will be. Over here, we got all them bear boxes to put out too. All right, guys, so check it out. This tree had come down in the campground. That big one right there, big one. So that'll all get chopped up and stacked up and cleaned up so you can drive through here. That's the kind of stuff you do when you're a campground maintenance guy. What do you think, guys? Check this out. This is one of the camp host sites here at Vallecito. I would spend my whole day fishing right here when I wasn't working. Gosh dang it. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about. I have to throw a fly rod in my work truck. I mean, you know they're hanging out right there. This is like off of a postcard. Not a bad spot to be. All right, guys, check out this hill, man, with all these trees that are just wiped out on this damn thing. I mean, that's crazy. All the trees up on that whole hill are like wiped out. Wonder what that's all about. Good morning, everybody. Greetings from Durango, Colorado, on a very noisy golf cart. I just thought I would show you some more stuff that Campground host got. Right now, I am taking a golf cart for a ride around because, well, I'll show you. All right, so what I had to do this morning was, woke up, this one had a flat tire right here, so I had to pull that off. And then what I did was I sprayed it with a little bit of soapy water, found the hole, put a plug in it, put a little sealer in it, let it sit for about an hour, put it back on. Now we're taking it for a little ride to run that seal around the inside and make sure the plug doesn't come out. So, yeah, you never know what you could be doing. You could be working on golf carts. You could be cutting down trees. You could be cleaning up sites or raking sites, cleaning out fire pits. You never really know. But one awesome thing about it is you get to be here. You know what I mean? Listen to that. So yeah, what I'm going to do next is take this thing back down. I'm waiting for another camp host to get here, and what we're going to do is we're going to fire up the water at this campground. It's about 50% there, so that's the next thing on the day. And then I get to go back to the campground I was at yesterday and finish the water there. And that's pretty much how it's going to be for the next month. Hope you guys enjoy this. Another thing you got to do is control the distribution of water to the campground. A lot of campgrounds have these tanks right here. That's about a 1,500 gallon tank. And that's where the water is stored after it's treated. And then it comes into these valves and it distributes through the campground. So now we're going to go see if we got water at spigots. But seriously, being a campground host thus far is pretty cool. Now keep in mind, campgrounds aren't open yet. When this is your office, you got to try to be in a bad mood, I'd say. Plus, you have to hike around at elevation, carrying stuff. So, you know, that's like working out. And that's good for you. All right. Let's see what happens here. Oh, all right. So now we're bleeding them down. Look at that, getting rid of the air. Excellent. What up, little dudes? What you guys doing, little dudes? Dude, check it out. Old Chevy Van Duro ambulance, man. That is dope. I like that. What's going on, guys? It's what night? I think it's Monday night. It's about 9 o'clock, and I was editing a video and thought, well, we haven't talked to the camera for a while, so let's do that. Got into Durango about 10 days ago, and I got up here to my campground last Monday. So I've been here 7 days now, and I pretty much worked 6 or 7 days. Not pretty much, I did. I worked 6 or 7 days. And I like it. You know, everything's good. Got a nice truck. So I get to drive around and see pretty awesome places every day. And everything's new, you know, like I was at this campground before, but that's really the only one that I was at. And I have 18 campgrounds I got to take care of. So I'm going to get to see a lot, you know, and some of them are far away. So, you know, I mean, I get to drive around in some of the most beautiful places you can be at. So that's pretty cool. Everybody that I've met so far is pretty chill. Everybody's cool, friendly, welcoming. You know, when I did maintenance for companies. I did it for some of the largest companies in the world, and they're dicks. You know what I mean? Like, they don't care. You're just a number, and they drive you into the ground. Plus, a lot of that stuff was, high tech, and this is pretty low tech, and I'm a big fan of low tech. So I just got to remember that, that, we'll get it. It's not, nobody's losing millions of dollars if, you can't turn the water on at Group B on the first day. So I got to get into that mindset a little bit. Running around in the mountains is definitely, it's good for the first couple of days I was here. It was like, whoo, everywhere I go, whoo, I was, needed breath. Now I'm doing good and feeling good again. I'll be feeling real good by the end of the season. I spent a lot of time above 7,000 feet, so that's pretty cool. What's going on? Transmission in the war wagon. We got to keep it cool. I think I got a bad seal. War wagon's not going anywhere for a while. I drove it here. It's fine. October's a long time away, so there'll be time to get things taken care of, and who knows where we're going from here. There's some cool stuff in the works. I'm not going to talk about that. You'll find out about that as time progresses. We got 5 months here, and then after 5 months here, there's some pretty cool stuff going on too. And then we go back to Quartzsite, so it's like we already got the year planned out. So there's a lot to come, though. There's definitely a lot to come. I just don't know what it is. That's the cool part. I have a feeling I'm going to be pretty busy. Like, not a feeling. I'm going to be very busy. Probably till 4th of July would be my guess. And then after 4th of July, I think things should mellow out pretty much. Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for. So, not that things are all that crazy. I already went over that. So, took a nice shower today. Did laundry already since I got here. You guys saw the laundry video, I'm sure. But I took a shower today. It's a little pricey to take a shower. But it used to be $6 for 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. Now it's $6 for 6 minutes. I can get it done. I get it done in 6 minutes. I can get it done in 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. You gotta hustle. So I might look into some other options. I think I want to get a hot spring pass, though. So that's I think I can get like a 20 visit pass for a couple $100. That'd be worth it. So things to look for in the future. And then my neighbor's coming too. So when they get here, they might be here. They're probably here now. You guys are watching this video. Who knows? Today's 420, by the way. Happy 420. I didn't even realize that until like 8 o'clock tonight. I got a text from a friend of mine, and he was sitting on his back patio smoking a doob, and it said Happy 420. So, hey, bud, if you're watching this, thanks for sending that. Freedom Rider. Tomorrow night, I'm going to try to go live. I couldn't go live last week because I use Kathy's Starlink when I go live, and Kathy's in New Mexico, so maybe Kathy will be here tomorrow. And if she is, I'll do a live, and if not, maybe we'll do a live another day this week. Who knows? Maybe I won't even put this part of this in the video. So at the beginning of this video, I showed the weather station where it was 18 degrees, and that was from last Thursday, I think that was. It actually went down to 17 degrees. But here's the crazy thing. I almost died that night. Luckily, well, I'll tell you the story. It was cold, and I was had the heater going, had diesel heater rolling. No issues, everything seemed fine. I went to bed. I had it on low. And about 1 o'clock in the morning, all of a sudden, I woke up at this crazy beeping noise. And here you go. I'm telling you right now, if you don't have one of these, get one. Especially if you have a diesel heater. But this is a carbon monoxide detector, alarm, whatever you want to call it. I got this. This was like one of the very first things I got for this van. That thing was going off. So I shut the diesel heater off. I could smell something wasn't right. Like it was not, something was wrong. I shut the diesel heater off, and Steve and Lisa gave me a buddy heater. So I had that. I fired that up for the night, and that got me through the night, because it was cold. Thank you. By the way, thank you so much, Steve and Lisa. You guys are freaking awesome. Two of the most generous people I've ever met. So in the morning, I lit the diesel heater back up, and I went outside, and sure enough, it was smoking pretty well. But I couldn't figure out why my carbon monoxide alarm was going off. Well, this is what happened. Was the wind was blowing the smoke out of the exhaust right to my air inlet for the diesel heater. So the air that it was using, the way a diesel heater works is it has an air inlet, and it sucks in air, and it blows that through a fan. That fan goes over a combustion chamber. That combustion chamber is hot, and it takes the outside air and makes it hot, and then blows it into the van. Well, the air that it was picking up to blow through that was the exhaust. And that is what kicked the carbon monoxide. But I will tell you this. There's no doubt in my mind that if I did not have that alarm, I would be dead right now. Guaranteed. So, my advice to you is if you run any kind of heat, my advice to you is get a freaking carbon monoxide detector for your van. Period. I don't care. Even my buddy, regular guy, Jeff, get one for your van too. And I don't just get a detector or a gauge, get an alarm. And make sure there's a freaking loud alarm. Because I want to die in my sleep, don't get me wrong. But not for like another 45 years. Probably 45 years. What the hell, let's go for 50. So yeah. There you go. That's for real. Real deal. No lie. I definitely would have been dead. So, luckily I got it right away. I mean, I didn't have a sore throat or anything like that. It was, I think my alarm went off at 60 parts per million, which is not a lot. So, anyway, there you go. There's your van life advice. Get a freaking carbon monoxide alarm. In fact, get one for your house too. Seriously. All right. I don't know if this could be the end of the video, or there could be something after this. Ooh. See, now you can kind of see him. Look at, see, I got the cat ears now. Yeah, she looks better in this hat. Of course, she looks better in that hat too. No. This is probably all going to be stuff I put at the end of a video.